3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Thursday installment of We Talk. It's almost weekend, just 2 more days of working and then 2 days of just resting. Please stick around for today's interview. We joined hands with Probat and the Namibian network of the cosmetics industry, Nancy, and we are doing product reviews and looking at how these businesses started and why it's important to shop local. Stay tuned. Now for a look at news from our website. Did you know that the first radio commercial aired in the USA on the 28th of August 1922? Now, close to 100 years later, brands are still reaching audiences via this medium. Only now digital audio has disrupted the space with a richer, immersive experience. According to the Spotify sales manager at Ad Dynamo, Africa's leading media sales house, if you think about sound, it's a sensory experience that impacts your mood and mindset. Brands are now considering this in terms of how and when they target users. She says that radio remains a popular medium for users, with listenership increasing by 11% year on year. Brands would be wise to keep radio in their arsenal along with digital audio to ensure 100% share of voice, particularly with radio listenership peaking in the morning among 65% of 18 to 49-year-olds. Streaming, on the other hand, builds momentum through the day, with users streaming for about 2.5 hours daily. The reason for this is because streaming forms part of screenless moments. Users are able to tune into a podcast while walking or listen to their favorite music as they cook. This gives brand an incredible opportunity to tap into key moments when users aren't actively on their phones. Looking at the future, she notes the rise of podcasts, with brands now starting to do their own podcast series. This is not surprising, seeing that 43% of South Africa's online population has listened to a podcast in the last month, and that the number of podcast listeners is growing exponentially, with 2020 seeing a massive uptick both locally and globally. Most notably, there was a 50% increase in South African podcast listeners. Despite strong evidence that restrictive abortion laws disproportionately harm impoverished black women, pro-choice activists face an uphill battle to meet and discuss Namibia's apartheid-era abortion law with parliamentarians. The restrictive abortion law is not class or racially neutral. It impacts most severely on poor and black women who often lack the means to provide a dignified life for themselves and their children due to structural injustices. This is according to a 2021 desktop review of Namibia's Apartheid-era Abortion and Sterilization Act of 1975. Women unable to afford the price of a legal abortion in South Africa are exposed to highly risky abortions in addition to arrest and prosecution, the review notes, a major barrier to their right to health and dignity. And though the law technically permits abortions in cases of rape, incest and life-threatening complications, the requirements to obtain permission are so complex and formidable they are almost impossible to meet. These concerns and strategies to reform the law formed part of a regional roundtable discussion hosted by the Namibian non-profits, the Women's Legal Centre and Voices for Choice and Rights Coalition last week. A somewhat unusual meteor shower will be seen early in October, unusual in the sense that it will be visible early in the evenings rather than early mornings, like other meteor showers. Also, the new moon will create ideal dark evenings this year to better see the meteor shower. The Namibian Theatre and Film Awards that honor talent in local theatre and film productions will return in 2022 to allow filmmakers and external theatre makers to create material for submission. The awards, founded in 2010 by the National Theatre of Namibia and the Namibia Film Commission, celebrate and recognize theatre and film practitioners as well as all those who have contributed to the development of performing arts in the country. NTN Public Relations Officer Desiree Mentis said, as a result of the pandemic and the national lockdown, filmmakers were unable to create material that would eventually be shown at the NTN. We'll be able to establish a path forward and communicate it to the public once all the stakeholders have a chance to sit down together, she said. She added that the awards have been postponed rather than cancelled due to the current global situation. Social gatherings have been severely limited, and that is what theatre is all about, the opportunity to see live performances and large crowds gathered in one place.
Strike it gold and win 5,000 Namibian dollars in cash with Neo Paints. Simply buy Neo Paints products from the selected range and stand a chance to get one of 12 mystery buckets filled with gold paint. All 12 winners will each get 3 extra paint buckets equal to their purchase. One to replace the gold paint, the second to use on your project, and the third to give to a charity of their choice. One winner can score another 10,000 Namibian dollars by showing us your creative use of the golden paint. The best project wins the cash. Offer is valid from 27 September to 18 December at your favorite hardware store nationwide. Visit us at neopaints.com for more competition details and follow us on Facebook for weekly competition updates. Neo Paints, a coat of excellence.
Here we go!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. For the next couple of weeks, for our We Chill sessions, the Windhoek Express has taken hands with the promotion of business advisory and economic transformation services, better known as ProBats, as well as the Namibian network of the cosmetics industry, better known as Nancy, to showcase what local cosmetics are available in the country and why we should support local. So for our first session, we have Nam Aloe that was started by Risto Ashikoto. I have been using some of his products for a couple of weeks now, and this body lotion is an absolute winner. My skin doesn't get dry throughout the day. I literally need one application in the morning after my shower, and I'm good to go until I climb into bed tonight. I love the smell. I have no idea what it is. I also did not ask, but I can't get enough. So I like that I smell amazing throughout the day. It keeps the skin hydrated. It has soothing properties to restore dry skin, which is a very, very real thing just after winter. And with the summer heat, it also doesn't help, but it even helps with the discomfort of the sunburn. Aristo has a little bit more information about starting the business and what he has to offer. Aristo, thank you so much for your time. Can you quickly tell us, when did the business start and why did you start the business?
Good morning. Nam Aru was started last year during the first lockdown because of the situation which we are facing in Namibia. Most of the things here, we get it from South Africa, and the border were closed by the time is how Nam Alu got started.
What products do you have available?
What product do you have available? The product we have available, we have a facial product, we have a hair product, and we have a immune booster, all made out of aloe vera.
Why should more Namibians buy locally manufactured cosmetics?
Why it is important to use Namibian products? It is important to use our own made product because we keep our money, or let's say our economy, if we have to recover this economy only if we buy locally, because most the money will be circulating within the country. But if we are buying from outside, all we get is the little tax which we get from their products. So